right, guys. Welcome back to 1265 Unfiltered, episode 2. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to be a part of your day. I do want to get into the Super Bowl a little bit. I think this is going to be like an insane matchup. This is going to be such an insane matchup. I'm a little worried that can the Patriots win this game? Like, it just seems like lately they've had a really hard time scoring. I know they scored 28 against the Texans, which is impressive. I'll give them that. But the way the Seahawks are playing offensively right now, they're two great defenses. I can see how the Patriots can keep the score low, especially like I just don't know if the Patriots score 15 in this game like they've done a couple times in the postseason right now. I don't know. They're not going to win the game. I don't see how you keep Seattle under 15. Like the Patriots are gonna have to score like 25 at least to win this game. At minimum 20, at minimum 21. But I would say 25 if they want to win this game. I think the Patriots defense can keep them the Seahawks under 25. But right now the Seahawks are on fire. JSN, man, that one-handed catch is insane. What a snag. Like an absolute snag. It was just complete control. As soon as it touched his hand, just stuck. It was just an insane play. And they're just Walker, the running back, he's playing out of his mind right now. I just don't see how the Patriots can score under 20 and win this game. They're going to have to play better offensively. They're the third ranked offense in the league. They're first in yards per attempt over the whole span of the year. They have to get back to what they were doing before if they want to win this game. They cannot continue to trend the way that they've been trending offensively. Their defense, yes, defense wins championships, but I just don't know if you're going to rely on them to bail you out in this game. This particular game. Seahawks have a great defense too. They've been playing great offensive ball. Sam Darnold had one of his best games of the season last year. I would love to see Drake May come out and just look awesome. I really like this Patriots team. They're one of my favorite Patriots teams in a long time. I like Brady now, but as a Packers fan, I did not like him before. And I really just didn't like some of the teams that they had. But I actually really like this Patriots team. I love Mike Vrabel. I really like the Seahawks coach too, Mike McDaniel. I loved his opening speech when he got hired. I thought that was insane a few years ago. But I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But this is gonna be a tough one. I am one of the probably the rare few that would like to see the Patriots win. I shouldn't say that because they have the most rings, but and I would love to see the Packers get another one. But you know, either team, I like either team to be honest. I just really like this Patriots team. They're really young. They have a great roster. They have one of the best corners in the game already, and he's a rookie. Like, come on now. Ramondre Stevenson's awesome. Drake May is awesome. Just I really like everything that they've built there. Um, Seattle as well. I got to give it to them too. I mean, everything that they've done, they got a really young team too. It's just I don't know. I like this Patriots team. I'd like to see what they can do. But getting next thing, I'd like to get into the Packers. I know last episode I talked about how why didn't they wait to interview Jim Leonhard, and I think that the system sucks. The hire coaches system in the NFL sucks because it feels like, yes, the Packers probably really like what Jonathan Gannon brings to the table. Absolutely. He brings a lot of things that Jeff Hafley brings. He's a former DB's coach, which I know Matt LaFleur likes. That's why he liked Jeff Hafley. I think he's going to do good things with the DB room. He mixes things up a lot. He uses a lot of college schemes. One of the more unpredictable coordinators defensively in the league. I loved when he did at the Eagles. They had like 70 sacks that year they won the Super Bowl. Like, the year he left, they dropped to bottom of the league. He literally was that much of an impact. He went from the first ranked defense, top 5 in almost all metrics, to bottom. It was below 25 to 30 in almost all the metrics. So I think he's a great defensive coach. I think what's pretty interesting for the Packers is he's going to run a lot of 3 high safeties, which is super interesting because they have the safeties for it. This is probably the best safety room that Gannon's going to ever had. You have Evan Williams, Xavier McKinney, then you have Javon Bullard. There's just a lot of guys that they can have out deep right now. I mean, yeah, Javon Bullard's been better in the nickel position, in the box, tackling, just being disruptive that way, but I think they're going to be pretty good. I think with this defense specifically, this 3-4 hybrid defense, they need to win on early downs. They need to get third and longs. They need to let this pass rush control the game. They need to let Micah Parsons, Luca Van Ness look like he was taking a step earlier in the year before he got hurt. He needs to get back to that because if you let this pass rush control the game, it's heavily favored the Packers are going to win. You know Jordan Love in this offense is going to score. Jordan scores a lot of points. He had 4 touchdowns in that playoff game. You know, he had almost 400 yards. They need to let the pass rush control the game. If they do that, it can take them to the Super Bowl. If they can stay remotely healthy, just obviously injuries are going to happen. I know I complained about that. I bitched about that in my last episode, but it's just the thing is when they had the amount of starters out that they had, it's just no longer the team that they're just no longer the Super Bowl team anymore. It's just like this team is built to have Micah Parsons. This team is built to have Tucker Kraft. This team is built to have Davante Wyatt. Speaking of that, in the draft, they need to go get a nose tackle. Nazir Stackhouse has done fine, but they need to get a bigger body in there. They need a guy who can cover space, a guy that can take on double teams, a guy that can stick an arm out when a running back's running past him and just hold. We need someone to clog that part of the field. We also need to get another corner. I mean, Nate Hobbs, very underwhelming this year. I know he was injured for most of the year, but for what we signed him for, very underwhelming. He says that he can play so much better than that. He needs to take a major step up if we're going to be where we want to be next year. Also, I mean, I don't know if they're going to keep Keyshawn Nixon. I would keep the guys that they have, but they need to get someone else. They need to draft a corner. This draft is particularly weak in some of these areas, which is why I'm not even mad that the Packers don't have a first round. Sorry. That the Packers don't have a first round pick. Because there's just nobody in the first round right now. Like, they're going to be in the 20s anyway. So if they can get good picks out of their second round, don't be surprised if they go D tackle for the first 2 picks in the second round. I just think that they really need to get better on the interior defensive line. Yes, Davante Wyatt's great, but they need a bigger body in there. They need to get another corner. I don't know, like I said in my last episode, I don't know if they're going to re-sign Romeo Doubs. I actually really like, I was saying in my last episode, Matthew Golden needs to have a way bigger role next year. I mean, he just is a playmaker. I would love to see Christian Watson, Matthew Golden on the outside, Jaden Reed in the slot, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a bounce back year. I'm not one of the guys that thinks we need to free up space with Josh Jacobs. I think he is a horse of a running back. He's a guy that's going to just wear a defense down. We can get into Rashawn Gary. I've always liked Rashawn Gary. He's done great things. Last year, just didn't do it. Rashawn Gary just didn't do it. And it's really frustrating because we're paying him a lot of money and we really need him to be that player, especially when Micah Parsons went down. He didn't make it up. He just didn't. And I know I'm not the only one who's frustrated about this. I just think Lucas Van Ness needs to be the guy. It's Micah Parsons, then Luca Van Ness needs to take the step up that we are all hoping and we kind of saw glimpses of this year. If they can do that, this team is for sure a Super Bowl team. But going back to the coaching situation, like I said, the system sucks because I feel like the Packers are a little bit handicapped in hiring Jonathan Gannon. I mean, nothing against him. I'm on record saying I like the hire. I think he's going to do a lot of great things for this team. But at the same time, they are not allowed to talk to Jim Leonhard right now because they have to then wait for the season to end. And reportedly, there is a lot of teams interested in Jonathan Gannon, and they obviously love what he brings to the table, like some of the things I already brought up. But they just are not willing to wait and miss out on an opportunity on someone that they believe is going to bring them to the next level. He's a Super Bowl winning coach on the defense as a defensive coordinator. They just really need the system sucks. They need to fix it. The NFL needs to fix it. I do want to get into the championship games last weekend because what great games. I mean, I went on record. I made a video actually saying, can you imagine if Stiddy wins this game? Which clearly the Patriots' elite defense totally shut that down. But I'm sure the Bronco fans hate me for the video I made about that catch interception situation that I went viral on. But how about the Rams Seahawks game, man? What an electric game. I mean, that division rival game in the NFC Championship, like pure cinema. And just some of the controversy that happened in that game, like the Rams could have won that game. If they didn't botch that punt return, again, a lot of things come out to the outcome of a game and what a win and a loss. It's never one thing. But if they did not fuck up that punt return, they might have won this game. And they handed Seattle that touchdown. Like, yes, they had to earn it, but at the same time, they were on the 4-yard line. The Rams, for the most part, were right there with them the whole time, and they probably should have had the lead, and they fucked it up. They messed it up big time. And even there was some controversial plays. You know, the Seahawks player talking shit to the Rams sideline. And then there was a big catch after that. Like, there was so many things that happened in this game that the Rams could have won this game. I mean, kudos to the Seahawks. They're an awesome team. They did it. They won, no excuses. But the Rams messed up big time. They messed up big time. And I feel bad because as a Packers fan, I felt so bad for Davante Adams in that press conference, man. He couldn't even speak. He felt so much emotion, and he couldn't help but just cry. And to go to 5 NFC championship games and not make an appearance in a Super Bowl in one of them, like, oh man, how can you not feel for him? How can you not feel for him? Like, he's just been at that door knocking and they just can't get through. Like, an elite player like that, a Hall of Fame player, can't get to that game. It's heartbreaking. It's super heartbreaking. I feel for him and his family, the work he's put in. And as a Packers fan, just knowing how elite he is, like no one has a first step like him. No one's got hands. I don't want to say no one has hands like him, but he has just got some insane hands, footwork. He is just one of those elite players that deserves that opportunity. And he's been there so many times, and you just can't get over that hump. He's been with Aaron Rodgers. He's been with Matthew Stafford. I feel for him so much. But I did also want to get into the Packers executive tree, or just front office tree, is clearly just having success all over the league. I mean, you got Elliott Wolf and John Snyder, both executives in the Packers front office that are now GMs of 2 different teams that are both in the Super Bowl. How insane is that? How insane is that? Like, the Packers are not only just such a legendary organization in the way that they're run, the way that they draft, everything that they go about everything. We can argue and talk about the things that they do wrong as much as we want. This is an elite organization. And the world needs to recognize that, because clearly everyone who leaves here has extreme success. They were built up through this organization to know what it takes to be successful, and clearly it's showing. and it's awesome to see. It's awesome. Wish they were here. Wish they were here, but I have full faith in what Ed Policy and Brian Gutekunst are doing. Yeah, Brian's had a couple bad drafts, but he's had some really awesome ones. He's built an awesome team. They spend money where they need to. The Micah Parsons trade was unbelievable, an unbelievable feeling. Him getting a finalist in Defensive Player of the Year and didn't even play the whole season. Just watching that guy play, dude, he just hunts people down. I have never seen a motor on somebody like that guy. He's just such an elite player. He's a one of a kind player. He's generational. I saw him, man. Remember that play, his first sack against the Lions in the first game. The guy was like triple teamed and just ate it. He just ate the triple team, got through, chased Jared Goff down. Like his whole organization, his whole foundation's about being a lion. He literally looked like a lion chasing down a gazelle. He is so much fun to watch, and I'm so glad he's on our side. And I would love for us I obviously love for us to get to a Super Bowl, but to see him in a Super Bowl game, like talk about just the views, like if the matchup was good, if there was a good matchup against the Packers, that would sell a massive Super Bowl. It would just to see him doing what he does in the Super Bowl would just be pure cinema. Another thing, going back to the Jonathan Gannon situation, I did want to get into. I am so looking forward to his opening press conference. I'm so looking forward. I hope they record his first speech to the team because that video of him giving his first speech when he got the head coaching job in Arizona for the Cardinals. One, oh my God, hysterical, so underwhelming. He's a great coach, but don't expect him on the podium the way that Jeff Hafley was on the podium. Jeff Hafley was awesome on the podium. People love him for that. Don't expect Jonathan Gannon to be that or anything close to that. I mean, he's a great coach, but he's not going to be Jeff Hafley in that aspect. But I cannot wait to see what his opening press conference is and what his opening speech is to the team. And I hope they record that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I hope he kills it. I really do. I hope he kills it just for our sake and just to give us a little bit of hype in this offseason because just, losing to the Bears in the playoffs is pretty tragic within itself. I mean, yeah, we played really good and we shit the bed. I mean, kudos to the Bears. They came back and won. Like I said it in one of my videos. I said that the Packers would probably take the lead early and the Bears, like they always do, they would keep it a game in the fourth quarter. Did I think 3 missed field goals and giving up 20-something points in the fourth quarter was on my bingo card? No, I definitely did not. But kudos to the Bears. And, Caleb Williams has been pretty impressive. He's not that consistent in the pocket. He sails like 3 passes a game by 15 yards. But, man, when he needs to make a play, that guy makes a play. And people are like, oh, Jordan Love needs to close the game. The guy had 4 touchdowns and almost 400 yards. What do you want him to do? He shouldn't have to score 6 touchdowns a game to win a playoff game. The defense needs to get a stop. We can't miss 3 field goals. I don't know how Brandon McManus still has a job on this team. I mean, he was awesome last year, but ever since he got hurt, he just wasn't the same. It's so frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your day. And if you love the pod, please subscribe. Follow us on the socials, Off the Scoreboard Show or 1265 Unfiltered. Thank you so much. We're on Instagram, TikTok. Follow us on YouTube as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day.